Video has an outsized power today, both because it allows us to see other people in a way that words don't, but also because it dominates search so much more powerfully.
Yeah.
Talk about the role of video in trying to address some of the issues of lack of trust that exist.
Sure. Well, I think a key element of video involves preparedness that the panel's been talking about. It also is about consistency of message. The silos have broken down completely. We saw it in the political realm. You can't go to New Hampshire and have one message, go to Iowa, have a different message, because every message is everywhere instantaneously. It also comes from something, and I think this all of you can relate to. A client will come say, okay, I want to be in the Wall Street Journal, I want to be on CNBC, and they've got nothing. And a point Nneka made earlier, which I think is so important, is the importance of local, which is often overlooked. A key mistake that when Sarah Palin was trotted out as vice president, forgetting the politics, the communication, they held her aside and then let her do Katie Couric as her first interview. She's woefully unprepared for that. Instead, what they should have done is taken her to local markets where the local morning news anchors would have been thrilled to have a vice presidential candidate on. She would have gotten softball questions. She could have honed her messages. And I think from a CEO perspective, when you heard the stat before, you've got to try out in the minor leagues before you're ready for major leagues. And what we've got in this current environment is you're going to be thrust into the major leagues, whether you like it or not, and it won't be your own choice. So if you built up a platform of trust, have you built up a platform of information, have you tried to set an agenda and made that clear so you'll get the benefit of the doubt when an issue comes up? And maybe there'll still be haters out there, but you'll at least be able to get your message out and get it heard. Even if you look at something like this from a B2B perspective, I believe we have more than 1,000 people watching it online. How many business CEOs are taking their prospects and saying, let's get a panel together to talk about important issues addressing in our industry, that you get this one-on-one connection to use video that way? How many are starting small, doing different types of things to get out there? How many are creating messages that they regularly share with their employees and others? So there's that consistent idea of what they're about, because it's hard to misinterpret when it's right there in front of you, versus allowing it to go through the media filters, as we heard from at the last panel.